Hello, good morning, everybody. Now, if you are a new member and you just gotten your home essential kit, which is the 10 oils plus the fractionated coconut oil and the now functioning diffuser. So one of the most interesting thing is that people say, "Oh, why do I need to get a set?" Okay, the reason is because, as the name implies, right, home essential kit is actually meant to for the overall home use. Originally, it was designed as a first aid kit. Okay, that means you can actually, some of the oils can replace whatever the first aid kit is doing in your home. So let me just explain broadly how the oils can actually serve your home. So a lot of us, once in a while we will fall sick, okay, 生病, like for example flu, 感冒 and all that kind of thing. So the most famous recipe we have is called Flum. F-L-O-O-M. Okay, so let me just tell you, F stands for frankincense. Okay, hope you can see it. Frankincense, also known as the king of the oils, is the most popular oil for a lot of function. And of course, for those of you who have read the Bible, this was one of the gifts for the baby Jesus. And then L, lemon. Okay, so again, another fantastic oil. And then this is O as in on guard. Okay, it's a blend, which is inside, it has wild orange, clove, and a few other essential oil. And then O, oregano. Okay, this is if you are used to eating Italian dishes, you will know they put a lot of oregano in it. And then M, melaleuca, or also known as tea tree. In Asia, we know it more as the tea tree. So this combo is very good for our immune support. So what happened is that how we can actually use it, right? You don't have to wait to be sick. You can actually, if you have a roll-on bottle like that, okay, this is what we call a roll-on bottle. Okay, for mine, this has happened to be a rose. So what happened is that sometimes when I finish using whatever the roll-on oil is, I will actually make a blend. So at any one time, okay, people always ask, where can you apply? So like for example, if it's meant for the immune system, after you add all these 5 oils, you fill up with coconut oil. So again, the question will be asked, oh, how many drops? Normally what I do is that for someone new, okay, I will recommend 2/3 of the bottle filled with the fractionated coconut oil. The remaining 1/3 you just divide among the oils. Okay, so it's a very simple guideline. And then as you become more used to the oil, you can actually make it half. Then once you have it, you can roll it here over what we call the pulse point around the wrist. Okay, then for some of us, we apply on our lower back spine, up and down. Okay, then after that, you can use your hand to just rub, and then you can also apply at the bottom of your feet. Because this oil have this combo has some strong oils like on guard and oregano, so maybe some people don't like to apply around the throat and the neck. Whereas, like for example, in this case, rose, right, I can just do it this way. So this is another option behind the ear, But if you have hot oil, beginners, please don't do that. Okay, only until you become more used to using oils. Okay, so one option, you roll it. The second option that a lot of people do is that, again, make use of the diffuser. So let's say, for example, that you are really sick, your temperature going up above 37, 38, and then you want to try some home remedy before you run off to see the doctors and stuff like that. I'm talking about for new user. When you are still not sure the power of the oils yet. So what you do, okay, I just off the diffuser for a while. Then you can do this. Every oil, 5 oils here. So like for example, frankincense, you can put 2 to 3 drops like that. So you can see 1 drop, 2 drop. Okay. So as this is a demo, so I won't go through the whole range. So you repeat for the rest of the 4 oils, 2 drops, 3 drops. Okay. Then after that, you cover it, and then you start the thing again. Okay, very simple. And so what happens is that if somebody is down, I mean, as in they're having a flu or they are under the weather, put near their bed. That means, let's say this is a bed, maybe this distance, and then so they can. The best thing is 12 hours. So over the 12 hours, they get supported by the oils. So this is one way. So this 5 oils is very good for immune boosting. So can use it on a regular basis, either apply or diffuse. And for some people, they like to do it internally. So the 5 oils can be, we have this thing called the veggie capsule. You just add it in and then you just take it. I don't have it with me here, so I can't demo that, but maybe another segment I will talk about internal use. Okay, just briefly highlight what are the users. So when you are new, remember to get this small little booklet from your upline, okay, whoever enrolls you. So you can see here, let's see frankincense. So you can see frankincense. So they highlighted a few other uses of frankincense. So you can see, let me just highlight to you, like it's very good for wound healing, it's very good for wrinkles. That's why a lot of people like to use this. Okay, so I just do a quick demo. If you have, you can use the moisturizer at home, and then you just do this. Okay, so imagine this is your moisturizer. Okay, then you just add 1 drop to 2 drops of frankincense. Okay, then you just spread in this manner. Then you just put around. So use your regular moisturizer, unless you want to, you are ready to switch over to doTERRA's moisturizer, which is very good. So this is something very good. When you do it regularly, you will be like me, wrinkle free. Is that something you want? If that's something you want, you should start doing it today, 2 to 3 times a day. 对不对，助理? Then my mom will tell me, alright, she said this one very important also, so no lines here. So the whole face very, so you can do like that. Then for those of you who are generous with yourself, you can apply over here. One more area. Then you can apply under your. Okay. So this is something you can do. So 黏住. So now I got no mirror, so I can just so you can see multiple uses of your oil. And sometimes for some people they like to just drop doing this. Okay, I'll just because this is such a fantastic oil of frankincense, it's so many uses, I just cover a bit more. 1 drop to 2 drops, rub like that. So now the oil is over here. Cup the palm in this manner. Okay, I show you side view so you can see. So you can open your eyes in. You can move your eyes left to right, up, down, and stay like that for about 2 minutes. This is really a very good habit to develop if you want to keep your eyes good. So for example, there are people who actually start to see clearer, you know, certain symptoms of the eyes start to diminish or reduce. So it's very good. So try to develop this kind of habit rather than let it deteriorate on its own. Okay, so this small little booklet helps with that. So it covers, you know, like lemon, what it can do, on gut, what it can do, and all that. So this is a very, very good start to all beginners. And best of all, it has, like for example, the dilution guideline and stuff like that. For example, you want to use it for babies, you want to use it for small kids, you want to use it for elderly people. Okay, so remember to get this. Okay, all newcomers should get this. Then I just want to cover the rest of the oils. What else can we do? I always cover by body system. So I talk about the immune system. Then the other one that we talk a lot about is the respiratory system. Okay, so interestingly, this is the combo we like to go with for respiratory system. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so so that I don't mix up the thing. Okay, so a lot of people they like to do this. So they have frankincense, breathe, digestion, and then peppermint. So this again this combo you can use to support respiratory system. That means some people like stuffy nose. I suggest when you start, you're not sure, you can use a combo, because when you use more than one oil, the spectrum of covering increases. So sometimes some people just want to try one oil, and then what happens is that is for 20% of people may not work, and then they think that the oil is not working. It's not true. So what happens is that when at the beginning, when you're not sure, just use a broader a few oils, so that it gives you a wider spectrum of support. Okay, so you get the relief first, and after that, you later on you experiment individually which oil is the one that gives you the support. So this is a very good combo for respiratory support. Okay, then for digestive system support. Okay, so then this will be the combo. Like for example, okay, I just show you the difference. So digestive means anything to do with discomfort and stuff in the stomach. This is we have peppermint, we have digestion, we have lemon, and then frankincense. So what is interesting is that if you have stomach ache, I mean, when I say stomach ache, means like, oh, suddenly like some kind of pain in the gut area. Interestingly, if you apply this two, and maybe together with frankincense, this three, it will help reduce the pain. It's just because sometimes it's caused by spasm and stuff like that. But generally, digestion is a blend that is created for improving our digestive system. On top of that, it also helps with our bowel system. So sometimes when people have bowel movement problem, it could be on one end constipation, or on the other end diarrhea. Having this digestion itself will work. So if you want to enhance the power, you just add on frankincense and peppermint. Okay, so when does lemon come in? Lemon comes in right when you want to start doing a gentle detox, gentle cleansing. So what you can do, you can use just 3, lemon, digestion, and peppermint, and add it into the water, and then drink it internally. This one depends on your comfort level. I know some people have this preconceived notion that, oh, oils cannot be drink. But if you read carefully on the label, there is actually the direction of use. Let me just read to you, and then maybe we can zoom in. So the directions for use is for aromatic, topical, or dietary use. Okay, so you can see here. And you will know that for companies, especially in the US, right, they don't anyhow label their products unless they want to get into unnecessary lawsuit. So, and doTERRA has been around for 11 years. Okay, so the good news is 0 death compared to some of the prescription drugs out there that can cause thousands of deaths per year. So it's pretty safe. The track records of 11 years has been very good. So this is for our digestive system. Okay, then now I go on to the next one, so that you have some broad idea how we can use. The next one, we have deep blue. Make a guess. What is it good for? Okay, it's very good for muscle aches and pain. Then sometimes we like to add on peppermint. Why? This deep blue and peppermint helps to enhance the power of the effect of the deep blue. And what is very interesting, right? These two, adding frankincense is very good, not only for muscle release, but also for people with migraine. Can you imagine people having very bad headache and they can't function? I personally have a lot of success with quite a number of people using this combo. So that's why whenever people tell me they have severe headache and stuff like that, I like to let them add this tree oil into a roll-on. Then what they do, okay, important, especially for migraine people, take note. Apply here, behind the neck, behind the ear. Okay, so it goes down this way, and all the way to the shoulder. Okay, so you need all these 3 combo, And the good news is for this tree, you don't have to dilute. It's all very soothing oil. And one interesting thing is I shared with one of the gentlemen that make coffee in Army Market. He, after starting using this for his migraine, he shared with me that this actually improved his running also. Can you imagine that? So he told me, he's a runner. So he said every time before he goes for a run, he will apply. He found his timing is always better than when he doesn't do it. So I'm not a runner. So for those runners, you may want to just verify, trying this combo and see what happens. And in fact, I know a lot of badminton players. They like to use this combo of peppermint and frankincense to apply all over their legs before the game and after the game, and they find that their legs are very good. That means don't have the normal aches and pains after the game. Okay, so this is for muscle aches. So this is the combo that you can use a lot. Okay, and for people with, you know, sometimes we have really tight muscle, this is the one that you have to add. It's called oregano. Okay, one thing is very interesting when I started using the oil. This was one of the first inspiration I got, because what happened, my mom added oregano to pork chop, okay, when she cooked, and it is really tender. Just one drop will do, not more than that. Then so what happened is that I was thinking, if you can tenderize the meat, pork chop, I'm sure you can tenderize human meat. So the first person that I used was on my ex-colleague's sister, who has a very bad frozen shoulder, and then just using 2 to 3 drops on her frozen shoulder, right, she get immediate relief. And that's the start of me incorporating the oils into my therapy session. Okay, before that I don't know. Before that I just asked them to use it in between session. So oregano was the start of my journey incorporating into my therapy session. Okay, so now I already covered another one, so which is your muscle thing. And okay, in our urban environment, most of us are very stressed up, you know, a lot of tension. So inside here, there is something for us too. So one is lavender, okay. Then the other one is again frankincense. You notice, frankincense is multi-purpose. So for some of us with mild, okay, how I say it? That means mild sleep problem, but it's mainly caused by stress. That means you are not having the problem every day, maybe once every 4-5 days. This is a good combo to start with, to help you reduce your stress and help you to feel calmer, so that you have a better sleep. Anything more serious than that, we have other solutions which I won't cover, because today we are talking about the basic oil. And one thing which is interesting also, when you use this and you add breathe to it for your sleep, you sleep better. Why? Because breathe helps to open up your airways. When you sleep better, when you breathe better, you tend to sleep better. And always take note, breathe, when it opens the airway, right, there is reported cases when people snore very loudly, the snoring reduces. Okay, so that's another good combo. So this is another system that you can take care of, which is your, I would say, stress management system, or neurological. So it depends on how you look. But of course, neurological is very wide spectrum. I'm just covering the aspect of stress and better sleep. Okay, so what else I can tell? So maybe I just now I cover all the 10 oils, how it can be used in various ways. Of course, my mom said, right, one of the best things for lavender, which a lot of people don't know, people thought it's only meant for calming, is actually for wounds. That's like, for example, you get a cut, you start bleeding, you can pour lavender neat on the wound. Okay, so I don't have a knife here, otherwise I will cut my skin, and then what I do is that I can actually drip directly the lavender into my wound, and it will stop bleeding. So I just tell you one personal experience. About 3 years ago, I was touching some table, and then one of those splinter went into my finger, so it started bleeding. So I took out my lavender and then I started pouring, and guess what? The wound healed so fast, right? The splinter stuck in my finger. I have to cut open again, pull the thing out, and then re-pour lavender over. That's how fast it works. So next time, if you ever had an encounter, right, don't panic. Step number 1, take photo first. Step number 2, pour lavender. Maybe you need to do 2-3 rounds. Then once you stop bleeding, you see the thing, the wound close up, then you can take another shot and then share with the rest of the people so that other people can start benefiting from all these benefits. One other benefit which people don't know about lavender is a natural antihistamine. So if you already know that you have allergic reaction, like one of my students just last week, she knows that she's going for a dinner with seafood, and she knows that she has reaction to seafood. She asked me what I do, so I told her there are 2 things she can do. One is that she drink lavender about 4 to 5 drops, or she can choose to use Terrazyme, or she can use both together. Terrazyme is an enzyme that doTERRA has. So because of her doing the preparation work before her dinner, she didn't suffer any allergic reaction after the seafood dinner. Okay, so this is another good use. Whatever I share with you, right, I mean, you can try and verify for yourself. I mean, this is just telling you how generally it can be used. So a lot of times you have to start with this as a beginner. Then later on in life, when you really want to fully utilize the power of the oils, these are the additional thing. This is a booklet. These are a few booklets that you should have. This is in English. This is in Chinese, and then this is how you should use it for the oils and the supplements to an overall holistic lifestyle. This one is for your continued education next step. That means overall health. This tool is mainly for very episodic incident. Okay, so if you are somebody who want to embrace the lifestyle of wellness, this is for you. But you are somebody who only want to do something as and when there is a problem, this is for you. Why? I give you an example. Let me just flip open. Okay, so you can see here, they will say muscle cramp. Then they will suggest what you can use. In fact, how I became very, very confident with doTERRA was because of this book. My mother uses it very often. So she will say, let's say the time she had food poisoning, then she will, or the time she have knee pain, then she will flip to this page, and then after she try, then she tell me, hey, very good, it works. So what happened is that these are what we call protocols that is derived from many testimonies from individuals, and then they compile the. So what you can do is that you can, as a base, you reference it, you try it, and then see whether it works for you as well. Normally, whatever that's listed in this booklet, 70 to 80% it will work for you. But then unfortunately, there will be 20 to 30% people doesn't. That's when you need to explore and find out what suits you. Okay, so because sometimes the cost may be different for you. So, but the important thing, don't give up. Use it, try it, experiment with it, and get someone to guide you. Be a learner. Don't every time just ask somebody to prescribe you. Understand why certain things are being used. Understand the property, and I will tell you, it will be a very wonderful journey. Why? Because you empowered yourself, taking care of yourself first, then taking care of people around you, and then sometimes you never know, you can even help people in a life and death situation. So for example, for myself, mouth fever, somebody fainted, I was able to quickly take out my oils and help somebody. Recently, one of my downline wife having episode of very fast heartbeat beating. Again, the oil came to the rescue. So you learn it, have fun, and then you will enjoy the journey. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today.